Well, hello, David Taub here, and we got Tim Gilbert in the house tonight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And we're going to make some more suggestions for you for some practice songs, okay? And these songs that we're going to suggest right now are songs that are right about at the level that you should be at in your playing right now, okay? And just like we do a bunch of lessons and we give you some practice songs, more lessons as you go through our curriculum, and then some songs, and we try to match them up, okay? And remember, these songs are great tools to work on your strumming, your chord changing, your rhythm, your timing. So the songs are used as vehicles. I say that a lot, but it's so important. And right now in your guitar journey, you should be working on trying to go from open chords to bar chords and bar chords to open chords, and you're probably struggling with it. And don't beat yourself up, because every guitar player on this planet who's ever tried to go from an open to a bar chord change or a bar chord to an open change has had challenges with them. But you will get it if you just practice the mechanics of those changes like we talk about in the lessons, and back and forth every day, 10 minutes. You will get it, and soon you'll be changing opens to bars, just like changing open D to open G, which you've probably mastered by now. So stick with it. A lot of it, like I say, is muscle memory. Remember that technique that we talk about with the bar chords, about keeping your fingers glued to the strings. You don't want to get a credit card in between your strings and your fingers and leaving your hand in the same shape. On the bar chord, the wrist is down, and you want to practice that motion, open bar, back and forth, and you will get it. And then you have some great songs to try to practice it even further. So put these into your practice log. So let's make some suggestions on songs. I think a real good one to try that has only one bar chord in it, a B minor, would be a song like Hotel California. And just do a strumming version of the song. You don't have to, originally the song was played with a capo and picked, but you don't have to do that. Just use strum 1 or strum 2. And you're just going to be playing like a B minor bar chord and an F sharp bar chord, and all the rest of the chords, A, E, D, E minor, G, all open chords, okay? So the chord change that's you're gonna want to practice is you want to practice like an E minor to an F sharp. So just take that E minor chord and practice going to that F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, F sharp. 3, 4, right? Just like we talked about in the lessons. And that change will be in your pocket, and you'll be able to play any song, not just Hotel California, with an E minor to F sharp. And you also want to practice that E minor to B minor. E minor, B minor. That's in a lot of songs. E minor, B minor. Okay, and there's also a B minor to F sharp change in that song, where you're just gonna take your 5th string root minor chord and just pop everything up one string to the 6th string root major chord. It's the same exact shape, you just move it up. But again, you practice it with just a slow quarter note. F sharp, B minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, F sharp, 2, 3. Not playing the song, I'm just showing you some of the chord change practice, and then you could use that song as a vehicle. But it's a great song because it just rolls through the same set of changes, 2 sets of changes throughout the whole song, and you could be playing that very, very soon. So give that one a whirl and work on those open to bar chord changes. Another good one to try, by the way, these you can play if you have acoustic or if you have electric, right, Tim Gilbert? It doesn't matter.
You can play it either way.
Play it either way.
Same way. It amazes me how many people still email and say, can you do some acoustic? And I play a lot of the ones that I learned on acoustic, and they were electric based. You don't need, it's universal.
Exactly. The techniques that we teach here at Next Level Guitar, you can apply them whether you're playing acoustic, electric, whatever. And just because a song is played electric and you only have an acoustic, do a stripped down acoustic version and make it yours. Be creative. There's no rules here. There's no boundaries holding the Next Level Guitar army back, okay? Another good practice song, again, I'm just going to give you some with just a very limited amount of bar chords in them at first. Try Against the Wind, Bob Seger. That's another song. Now that one has, again, you're going to see that B minor chord, okay? And you're going to want to get good at that open G chord to a B minor. That's a tough one, but you can do it. think in your head too when you're changing, visualize. Like I'm on this open G chord, and I got to get the B minor, so I'm thinking in my head, what does a B minor chord look like? And I'm getting my fingers to go there. And then just practice the mechanic of the change, like we always talk about. G, 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 B minor, 2, 3, 4, G, back and forth, 3, 4, B minor, 2, 3. And then like all changes, when you start getting good at them, then try it with like strum 2. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, back and forth, down, up, 8th note strum, strum 2, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay, that's that nice G to B minor change. There's also a G, G chord, open C, open D, E minor and A minor in that song, and you could play it with strum 1 or strum 2, either or myriad of other strum patterns with that 8th note feel. But it's nice and slow, and that's really going to work those bar chord changes. So give that one a try. Another good one, if you want something a little bit more challenging as far as an open the bar chord change, the song "Mr. Jones" by Counting Crows. That one of the first changes you'll come up to, that has an A minor to an F. So you got to go to that F chord. And I know a lot of students struggle with that F chord, but hopefully you've been pecking away with it. Just go back and forth, A minor, F, A minor, F, right? And again, notice how my hand really stays close to those strings at all times. Like I always say, like pretend like your fingertips are magnetically attracted to the strings and they don't pull away. Don't be pulling your hand off. And notice also how important it is how that pinky hitches a ride, how that's attached to that third finger. And remember how Tim and I were drilling that into your heads earlier in the beginner section, always talking about that pinky. Because now, as you probably notice, it just falls into place so easily in a bar chord, a major 6th string root or a minor 5th string root. That pinky just, you don't really even have to do anything because it's trained, because you've been through that training. See, it was all planned out that way in the curriculum with these building blocks where we take a concept and build on it and make it easy as you go along. They leave that out of a lot of training, and then when you get to bar chords, it's like you have to kind of teach yourself again, whereas now it's just instilled in you because we spend so much time on proper technique, which is so important with guitar, technique and good form, okay? So there's also a D minor chord in that song. You can use that open D minor chord, G, C, and that's it. There's only a handful of chords in that song, and you could be playing that if you got that practice at A minor to F, and an F to D minor, bar chord, F bar chord to D minor open. All right, that's another one you're going to want to practice. So there's another good song you can try. Another good one with some bar chords is like the acoustic version of "Scars" by Papa Roach. That has an F sharp in it, has a C sharp minor in it, G sharp minor. There's a lot more chords in these. I'm going to give you some easy ones and I'll give you some tough ones because you want to push yourself. Like I always say, push yourself to learn challenging pieces of music, hard chord changes, hard long progressions like we've been going over, because it makes the easy stuff like butter. Certainly keep learning the songs with open chords like we've been, those cake. You probably, 3 or 4 chords is easy by now for you, but learn these hard ones and it'll make those easy ones even easier. G sharp minor, there's an E flat minor in that song, E major, you can play it open, B major, 2nd fret on the 5th string root. So that one has a few more chords in it, so it's going to be a little harder, but I want to mix in some harder ones. So practice hard pieces of music, even if it takes you a month. Don't sit there and work on it an hour a day, but maybe chip away at it. Try to get a verse down and try to get a chorus down. And then when you're done with it, you'll be so amazed at how much just learning one song and using it as a vehicle can pull your playing to the next level. Because if you could do a song that has 6 bar chord changes in it, imagine most songs may only have 1 or 2. Piece of cake, can of corn. All right? So give the acoustic version of "Scars" by Papa Roach a try. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering where do you find these songs, well, you have a few options. Here at Next Level Guitar, we purchase publishing rights and teach song lesson DVDs and technique lessons on DVD, and we sell them on our main page where you can go to at nextlevelguitar.com, and we offer discounts to our site members, and we are constantly adding new titles. So you can look through if you want a 2-hour DVD lesson, or there's plenty of sheet music available all over the internet that you can get on through the internet. You can buy it, just Google Guitar Tab, and there's plenty of sites out there that sell sheet music. Now, we're not affiliated with anyone, and yes, a lot of sheet music is inaccurate, and a lot of Guitar Tabs is not actually. You have to be careful, but there are some good places out there, or you could even Google a Guitar Tab and see what you come up with. Or Google sheet music, right. And but the songs that we teach on our site, we purchase the rights for that, and then we can teach them with no issue of copyright. So you have a few options.
Only on DVD.
Only on DVD. Only on DVD. Right. Guitar Tabs is a whole other set of publishing rights. So we do it via DVD, and the DVD lessons are really, really good. So they're excellent. So you might want to check those out as another option. So you have a few options. Okay, another song you might want to try with some few bar chords in it is a song like Radiohead, High and Dry. What a great band, Radiohead. If you've never heard them before, you might want to check out some of their CDs and their music. The Bends, OK Computer, just some great stuff. But the song High and Dry is basically just F sharp minor, has an A suspended second open, an E open, and an A open. So you just need that F sharp minor bar chord. Okay, so you got to practice going from there to an A suspended second. 3, 4, F sharp minor. Right? And you got half the song already, because it just keeps repeating a lot of the same changes over and over again. But it's only a handful of chords, and that'll give you great practice going from that F sharp minor bar chord to an A sus2, or an F sharp minor to an A major. Okay? Another good song you could try is a song like Man on the Moon by REM. That's a real fun song to play. It has a B minor bar chord in it, which you'll play 2nd fret on the 5th string root. And it just has a bunch of open chords like C, D, D sus4, A minor, G, E minor. All chords, all these songs I've mentioned are mostly all chords you should be very familiar with by now, especially the open chords. But you're going to have to practice like going from that C open, C major chord open, to that B minor. Okay? What great practice using these songs as vehicles. Or B minor to a G open, like we talked about before. See, a lot of these chord changes, once you get them down, like we talked about that B minor to G change, here it is again. You're going to see the same changes over and over again. So once you have it mastered, it's in your pocket forever. Okay? B minor to A minor. That's a little one. It might take you a little longer, but you could do it. Just go back and forth. A minor, B minor, A minor. And get with a quarter note, A minor. And when you get good at it, try with an 8th note. Strum 2. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, you can do it. You can do it. A lot of this is just muscle memory with these bar chords, okay? But that's a real fun song to play. Another really good song, let me give an example of a song that was on electric guitar on the CD, but take it and play it acoustically is a song like Audio Slave, I Am the Highway. Great song, man. Chris Cornell, he's one of my all-time favorite musicians, singer-songwriters. I love Soundgarden and Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave and all that stuff. But I Am the Highway is a song that they do electrically, but you could do it acoustically if you want. You can do it either way, but you're going to need to be able to change F to C. We've talked about that change before, F to C, right? F to C. There's an A minor open in that, an open C, open G, open D minor, open E, all open chords for the most part, but get that F to C down. And you can play that song. That's a great practice tool. I Am the Highway by Audioslave. Another good one you could try, another Eagles song, something like maybe Peaceful Easy Feeling. That's a really cool song. It has an F sharp minor, which you're going to have to change to an E. So you got to get real good back and forth. Does that sound familiar, right? That's in a lot of songs, that E to F sharp minor change. And it also has that B7 chord in it, which you should have learned, and there's a few tough changes there. Getting to that B7, you're going to have to go from the B7 to that F sharp minor, which is going to take you a little bit of time, or from that A to that B7. But you're going to want to push yourself and work on those hard changes. But again, there's only a handful of chords in that song: E, E sus4, A, B7, F sharp minor, and you got it. Easy stuff as far as not a lot of chords, same verses, same choruses, just keep repeating, and great work for the strumming and for your rhythm and your timing. If you want to try something that's arpeggiated a little bit, I know you've been working on your arpeggiation too, take a song with just a couple of chords, open chords, and maybe a bar chord, a song like Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Basically, you're going to need to know open chords like A minor, C, G, D minor, and then there's a bar chord in it, an F. So you're going to have to go from that F to that A minor, and that F to the G, and the F to D minor. Okay, and that's arpeggiated a lot in parts of the song, and then the other parts are strummed. But that's cool because you get to work on your arpeggiation, get to work on your strumming, get to work on your bar chord changing to open chord changes, okay? So there's a whole list of songs that you could start with or continue with. And just remember that Rome wasn't built in a day, and that changing bars to opens are the toughest changes that you're going to face right now. And like I said earlier, everybody who's ever picked up guitar, no one ever walked up to a guitar and played an F to a C change. It takes a little bit of practice, but you can do it. As long as your technique is pure, you've been following our lessons all along, you could do it. It's just going to take you a little bit of time to get these bar chord changes down. But believe me, remember how earlier on in the lessons I told you when you're working on your open chord changes, think of a whiteboard with all those possible combinations of those 9 open chords, D to G, C to A minor to F. Right? Or A minor to D minor, G to C add 9, and you knock them out and you get them in your back pocket. Well, now your bar chords to open position chords will be the same thing, and a lot of them you'll see over and over again. G to B minor, okay? F to an A minor, G to B minor, okay? You'll see these E to F sharp minor, okay? All open to bars or bars to open that you'll see over and over again. So you want to knock them out and write them in your practice logs, the ones that you're struggling with, and practice those back and forth 10 times a day, every day. Okay, and then eventually you'll have those mastered, just like you have your open chord changes mastered. It's an evolution, and you can do it, all right? So if you have any questions, you could email us, and keep on, keeping on, rocking on. You can do it, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Rock on.